This is a DC anime review. This is Christina. We're going to be reviewing episode 8, season 4 of Attack on Titans. And joining me is Foja and Doreen.
Hello.
Hello.
And what an episode this was.
Wow.
It
really was.
So we just finished watching the episode.
Spoiler alert, if you have not watched the episode, should we just address the elephant in the room with Sasha?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go straight for it. Oh.
So, whoever hasn't watched this episode, please watch the episode before you listen to this podcast because Sasha died.
Yeah. Sorry for all the Sasha's fan. I know this will be very devastating for you to know watching this episode. So it's very sad to hear that Sasha died in a very sad, tragic way. Very tragedy. And we could spoil alert, like the one that responsible for Sasha's death is Gabi, and that was like a shocker. To see how Gabi was able to get on that airship to even seek her revenge. But
yeah, because that's the only person she was mad at Eren, but that's the only person she saw like face to face.
Exactly.
Like a couple episodes back. But all you Gabi haters out there, I don't want to see any hate on social media, on the voice actors, on the studio, on Isayama himself. I don't want to see any hate. If you're hating on a fictional character that killed one fictional character, you need to get your shit together and you need to get some help.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just a show.
It's just a show.
It's horrible, it's sad what happened, but you can't take it literally, like, especially with the actors. The actors have nothing to do with the show. No. The actors are just playing, they're just reading off a script.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're playing their characters.
In any media, in movies, in TVs, in books, whatever it is, and you take it too literally, that means you need some help.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other problems than watching. I understand Sasha's a fan favorite. I love her. I loved her too. You know, she was my.
Yeah, we all do.
She was one of my favorite female characters. But I'm not gonna fault Gabi for what she did because she's basically Eren right now.
Eren, yeah.
Yeah, she's a female version of Eren. Definitely that. And you know what? You can't. For the voice actors who playing Gabi, she's just doing her job playing the character. She's not like that, you know. So don't get on the voice actor who's playing the role of any of the characters. Okay?
Yeah, in both in English and in Japanese. Don't be spreading hate, you know, over the voice actors because like we're saying, they're just doing their job.
Exactly, they're just doing their job and they're just playing the role of the characters of how. And right now, you gotta understand, like, the reason Gabi feel this way because she lost her friends. And she wanted to get revenge. And if you think about it, she is like a female version of Eren because when you think of Eren lost everybody too. He lost his mom. He lost a lot of people on the longer way. And for him, he had anger and he had revenge towards the Titans and everybody. And that's why Gabi feels the same way, that people that she loved are gone, and it's because these people killed someone that she cares about. And that's why, out of revenge, she goes in a rampage, like, not realizing later she's going to feel regret for what she did.
It's like anyone.
Go ahead, Christina.
But it's like
you have the floor.
Anyone. But it's like anyone. If something happens and you're angry and you're bitter and something just happened, you're not going to think very clearly. So that's pretty much what's going on in her head right now. She don't care. She sees him as an enemy, and it's not just because of that. They both where Eren's from and where Gabi's from. They've been manipulated their whole lives.
Yeah.
So for them, the other side is the bad guy. The other side is the enemy. But it's not really that. It's I blame the government.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, definitely the government that did it on both sides of the
Especially with Marley, because you saw how Gabi was. Like, even even Falco was telling her, not to do this, but Gabby was like, "No, I'm gonna kill those island devils," because that's all she was taught. That's what Marley taught them. And Marley taught them all the people on the island, they're bad people.
Yeah. And they were brainwashed. They were brainwashed by the government, and it's bad because in her mind she sees them as the devil. She sees them that they're all evil and they need to be punished, and that's how she felt. And that's her only way that she felt to punish them is to get rid of them. And sadly, it had to be Sasha, which she had no idea Sasha at all. She doesn't really even know. She just thinks that she's one of the evil people, and she thinks in her eyes she's evil.
You'll see when as season 4 progresses, Gabby gets better.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think she is, and I think that, in my opinion, I think she is going to feel regret what she did, and knowing that maybe, like, she's gonna learn later more about the person that she did kill, and probably really regret what she did. Not like if it was a different way, if they weren't been all brainwashed in this war, they probably would have been friends. They probably would have known each other and been friends.
Yeah,
but
Sasha would have loved Gabby, and Gabby would have loved Sasha. They're both kind of similar when it comes to eating food. They love to eat. They love their full course meals. They love eating.
Exactly. And that's the thing, and and Sasha had this joyful personality about her. This, like, she was such a good person, and that, well, Gabby don't see that, and I bet she's gonna find out later on about how Sasha was, and then she's really gonna feel more guilt that what she did to her.
Can we just talk about Connie and John? Oof, my heart goes out to those two. I was getting teary-eyed, like, seeing Connie cry. Oh, like,
I know.
Man.
I know. And then how he was like, the saddest thing is that when he goes and hugged them before this happened to Sasha, he was like, "You guys are special." Like, he felt they were special to him, and that was the most touching moment right there. And it's just, like, kind of sad that now, in a split second, he just lost someone very close to him.
I don't know. I feel like Connie had feelings for Sasha, but that's just me.
He probably did, but now, like, he feels bad that he never maybe got the chance to tell her, in my opinion, how he really felt about her. Because I think he did have a little crush on her, but he didn't want to. He just wanted to, like, not break the friendship between her. Maybe that's why he didn't go and say what he wanted to say to her.
Because you always see those two together in, like, the entire series. Like, you always see those two. They're always doing something. Like, it's I mean, Jean's there sometimes too, but it's normally Connie and Sasha.
Yeah. And you can see how close they are, Connie and Sasha. Like, they had that close with each other. And then it's like, and then I know that was hard for him. And then, like, for the other soldier to get mad at Gabi.
Yeah,
well, a lot
yeah.
Gabi,
Flock needs to, like, he needs to die. I do not like Flock at all. I hate him so. I
know, he's like, right away, throw them out the plane.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
the fact
like,
that he beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
And, like, these are children. The fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Like, they're 12-year-old children.
I know.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Jean was the one who said, like, when is this war going to ever end? Like, what point of this? You know what I mean? Like, if we keep killing each other, what's the point of this? You know? And that's why he felt, that's why that's why he's saying, like, he made that decision not to have them thrown out of the airplane.
Well, Jean has a good conscience.
Zeke broke their little hearts.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, let's go with Zeke.
The kids feel so betrayed, but I'm not saying anything. It's all manga spoilers. You'll find out as the show progresses.
Yeah, I think we'll find out the answer to our question about how in the world did Zeke kind of plan along with Aaron and the rest of the group. Like, when did this happen? That he kind of, like, sound like now he's the traitor of his country.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the brothers had a secret chat with each other, and they know what everything they planned it.
I'm not saying nothing. I can't say
anything.
Well,
that's what I'm predicting.
Well, let's see. Well, that'd be interesting if that's true. Let's see what happened later on. We'll find that out later. But
and they both get what they want.
I am not saying anything.
Yeah,
I
Well,
can't say anything.
I know.
I see that coming.
Well, now I know that Gabby and Farkle are shocked right now, and they're gonna be very hurt
Can
knowing they're.
can we just talk about what a good boy Falco is?
Oh, I love Farkle. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I love him because he's trying to protect Gabby, and I think he was trying to prevent her from making the biggest mistake of her life, and the thing is, and also he promised Reiner that to protect Gabby no matter what, like to
Yeah.
prevent her from taking that title
Dark.
of being the next Armor Titan or going into that darkness, and that's why no matter what, even though like Gabby does wrong, he's still gonna be by her side. I can see that he still is gonna stay by her side no matter what, and because he really, he cares about her. He cares about Gabby a lot, and it's sad because when it's sweet when Gabby tells him that you're one of the good ones. Like she tells him before she was gonna go fly up there to the airship, but he decided, no, I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you alone. I'm gonna stay with you. And I feel bad because he got beat up with her too. Like after what
Falco
she
didn't
did.
even do anything.
No, he didn't do
Friggin'
nothing.
Flock.
No, he didn't do anything.
I fucking hate Flock so much. Like his ideals. Like I understand. Like he saw back in season 3, he saw his whole entire squad die, and he saw Irvine die. But this mofo, he needs to just go. I do not like him.
Yeah.
Like
I
I dislike Aaron for what he's doing, but I understand.
Leave Aaron alone.
You shush. But I.
Aaron's a good boy.
No, he's not. But
Yeah.
I understand what Aaron's doing. I understand his reasoning. Flock, on the other hand, this mofo just needs to just end up dying eventually.
Wait, does he get eaten by a Titan?
I am not saying anything.
Sorry. I'm just predicting because you know what?
Aaron
like,
eats him.
I'm
There.
not saying anything. That's manga spoilers, and that just recently something happened in the manga, but I am not
Okay.
saying anything. No, I'm not saying anything. I am
Yeah.
not saying anything. So
Why not?
let's appreciate Captain Levi for freaking kicking Aaron. Let's appreciate that. I
Wow.
appreciate that.
I think it's been a while since Levi.
I think I've gotten
kicked
used to Aaron
you know,
kicking.
like-
I think I've gotten used to Levi kicking Aaron in the face all the time.
well, since in the beginning of the season that he did that. Later, remember? Like
I know.
that was bad though. That was
It
bad.
was
He did that.
horrible.
in
I mean,
front
I
of
don't
Tom.
appreciate him doing that all the time, but you know,
He deserved
Well,
it. He deserved it.
Well,
I'm
I think
sorry.
in the beginning. Yeah, I think because you know what it is. They hadn't seen him in like what 4 years all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, like now he called them for help, and now they feel like they don't trust him because they see how far he went, on his little mission, what he did.
yeah. And then Levi didn't like the look in his eye.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, okay, he got like darkness and evil a little bit in him already.
That's what he didn't like.
Like, he don't care.
You haven't seen anything yet.
I think Levi noticed something is coming, but not yet. Maybe he probably knows something with Aaron. Like, what is his plan? He's trying to figure it out with him. That's why at first now he's like, he doesn't trust him because he's trying to see like, okay, what is he up to and why it's
The only thing that's
so long to
driving me nuts
contact
a
him.
little. Yeah, but the
Yeah.
only thing that's driving me nuts in this season is that I notice like Aaron's a little too quiet sometimes. Like he's and when people are quiet, they're up to no good.
You know what? But I remember when you were quiet, you used to listen to everything.
Exactly.
And-
That's
and
what
then
you observe
was-
the situation.
Yeah. So, like, everybody think like, oh, they're quiet, they're not gonna bother. No, you always be aware of people who are quiet because they are thinking something, they are up to something.
Always
Well,
beware
it's
the
good.
quiet ones.
Yes.
Always be a quiet one. Don't underestimate people who are quiet because seriously, when they're too quiet, they're thinking of something. I'm not saying plotting like something evil or anything like that, but they're just like, they are listening. It's not that they're not listening. They're just thinking about or thinking of ideas or later on what they're gonna do or strategize something. So
And then they can use it against you.
yeah, or could use that against you, but I don't want to say. But just definitely don't underestimate quiet one, because it's true. Because Aaron's being too quiet, he's thinking about something. For him to be that quiet, he's up to some plan.
Maybe,
And also,
he's thinking
Time
about
to take over the world.
Yeah, time to destroy the world. That's what he's thinking about. Titans go rumble, rumble. That's
Rumble,
all I'm
rumble.
saying.
oh boy, that's what gets me worried, because like it's, and then I see, and it's funny because the thing that really I could see in all their faces was Armin, Mikasa. I could see in their face, like Armin, like when he went to reach out his hand,
That's the face
That
of
was
that's the face of disappointment right there.
it was disappointment. But it was interesting how long it took him to actually grab his hand.
Yeah,
Aaron.
he's like, should I let my best friend drop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
they all have like blank faces that I noticed. Like they have no emotion on the face.
there's
That's what
a
I've been
very
watching in the
different-
episodes.
Exactly, their facial expression is very different when they were younger.
Yeah.
In the first season, they were like that friendship or that closeness, but something about them feel a little distant, a
Well,
little
more
off. between them.
maybe remember, Armin has the Colossal Titan. He also has Bertolt's memories, so he's
That could be it.
he's seeing Bertolt's home, which is essentially his home now because he has Bertolt's memories. So he's seeing his home getting destroyed, and it's probably bothering him in his head.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think he's seen everything that it's Bertrand.
Bertolt.
Bertolt. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Bertolt. That everything he sees, it's like everything of his memory, his hometown.
Yep.
He's reflecting. It's reflecting on him, and I think Armin's feeling the same, like how he felt, like all that feeling and everything is in him. And it's like probably confusing him at first. I think it's probably going to confuse him.
It's gonna mess him up. It's gonna mess him up really bad. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's going to mess him up, and it's going to be like, am I Armin or am I someone else? Because it's like, that's what I think is going to be a confusion for him. And it's like sad because you see, like, I could see a very big difference in their, yes, definitely their facial expression, but there is a distant relationship. I think they have an estranged relationship with each other, and it's really interesting how you can see that very different from the very beginning of the season.
Mikasa is willing to help him. Remember when Levi kicked Eren again for like the millionth time? But she was like ready to jump after him, and then Armin stopped her, and she was like, "Nah, it's all right. Let Captain Levi do what he wants."
Yeah, he's like, no, don't get involved. Don't get intervened. Because that's the thing with Mikasa, that every time if somebody bothered Eren, she always get protective of him. She always protect. And it's crazy that, like, she knows there's things he's doing that's wrong, but she's still trying to be supportive to him. And I know that's like, it's heartbreaking for her to know that there's things that she knows he's doing something wrong, but she loves him so much that she's not gonna back down. She's not gonna go against him, and that's what it is. And I think, and it's interesting with
Levi.
like Levi. Levi is very interesting, and that for him to kick him, you know, the funny thing, the last time you ever saw him kick his face was like in the very beginning of the season. You know, with the trial.
When he was
and
on
everything.
trial,
When he on trial.
Yeah.
And it was the only way, like, kind of trying to save Eren when he did that. That's why he kind of beat him up like that.
This time he's not saving him. He legitimately wants to kill him this time.
Yeah, which is very interesting now how things change. And then the part that you know, when Mikasa and Armin run for Sasha and tried to, like, they said, because Connie said that she's not, you know, saying that she's dead, she's not going to make it and everything like that. And then they run to her, and then they're trying to revive her. She wouldn't get up, and it's sad because the last word she's saying was like meat.
Yeah,
she said food,
which made Eren laugh.
He snickered a little bit, and then it's like, at first, people probably thought at the moment he laughed, he
lost.
Wow.
I legitimately felt like he lost his mind at that point.
I thought so too. I thought he was gonna like laugh, but then I was like, wait a minute. And I think it's because what her last words were. It wasn't like say, oh, tell the, like, you know, tell my family that I said, you know, that
I
that
love them. Yeah, it wasn't
I
like
love and all that.
it wasn't her last. Those were like that wasn't her last words.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why Aaron's like, oh, that's Sasha.
Yeah, that's Sasha.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sasha.
that's why he was laughing.
But then
And I,
afterwards, he got angry. Like you see like he was like,
Yeah, you
you
saw
know,
his face. Who said?
face.
I think it was John that said it. That he blamed Aaron because of you. Sasha's dead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
yeah, exactly. And then that was a moment that Aaron did feel bad. I think Aaron did feel guilty for what happened to Sasha, and the thing is, the reason he kind of stuck with meat because Sasha initially said that she always liked meat,
Yeah, she
and
was
then
hungry that one.
she was always
Very
hungry.
hungry.
And the funny thing with her, she said, "Oh, someday we're gonna raise cattle and this and that, and that she'll have enough to, to gain back her land or something like that, whatever, you know." And that's what she wanted. That's what she wanted someday. And it's just kind of sad that, like, the funny thing is, she knew something was up, but it was too late. It was like way too late because she said, "I heard noise," and then Sean said, "Oh, like quiet now, like." Okay, be quiet. Like they're trying to listen to the discussion or whatever they're listening to.
Yeah.
But then the thing is that she knew that something did came. I mean, she heard the noise. She didn't know what, but she heard something, and then it was way too late. By the time, and then the bad thing is that Sasha didn't even get a chance to move away. She's like right in the middle, and Gabby just
No, she didn't have
shot her
time
right in the
to.
side. She had no time. She didn't have no time. But you know what? I don't know if Gene gonna let it feel regret too because if he would have listened to Sasha when Sasha says that she heard something, they should have looked over and investigated over there. They should have like okay, what is that noise? Let's find out. Let's investigate what's that noise, and maybe it would have been prevented. Maybe I could, but we don't know. We don't know. It could have gone the other way too. Maybe they would have done, and then somebody still will get hurt, or somebody will still get shot.
I mean,
But
they're in. This is war. This is what happens in war. People die.
War.
I know. I know that's the reality.
And that's why I don't like war. I'm a pacifist. I do not like war. War is not fun.
No, war is not fun at all. No, especially like it's sad because a lot of people dies, and then there's people, and the thing is that two country. I mean, it's not it's not the soldiers. The soldiers are just doing their job.
Exactly.
They're just following under the government order that, okay, we have to attack each other. And the sad part is that, like, it's like the soldier, let's say, they're not evil because the thing is, like, they're trying to fight for their country. They're trying to save their country.
They're just following orders. That's pretty
Yeah.
much what it is. It's like any government. It's like you're you're following whatever they tell you to do. It's not like you
Exactly.
got a choice in the matter with that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's like it's like never ending, and that's what's sad. It's like the war is never ending. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's
There's
what happens in war.
Yeah, that's why I wish war would stop and there'd be peace on this world. But it's like
No.
the sad thing is
No,
that in order to get what they want, sadly they use war to end everything.
Yeah.
And
That's
So
So
what.
sad.
everybody wants power. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I feel like Isayama is trying to teach us with the Attack on Titan, the manga, and the anime. There are two different sides, but people are all the same.
yeah, and it's sad. And who get hurt? The people.
Yeah.
The people
The
get
people
hurt
that-
too.
yep.
Not just the soldier, but the people get hurt too. That they had nothing to do with the war. They have nothing. They had like no weapon. They have nothing to fight for, and then they get killed for it. And it's really sad. You hear so many sad stories about that. And I think that's what the message with Attack on Titan. Like you see, like that the children were killed. Family were killed. Women, men.
And
it's
it's not just one side. It's on both sides. Both sides are suffering.
That's what I'm saying. It's both. It's not just one side. It's definitely both sides, and that's what's really sad. Like, and it's going to be like, I think that's the lesson when we watch more of this. This is like really the lesson. Like, when will this ever stop? When will this violence ever stop? When can we just be in harmony? When can we just be in peace with each other? Like, it's
Yeah.
really sad because like I feel bad. Like I know like people right now, they're probably mad at Gabi. They're really angry at Gabi for what
A
she
lot
did
of
to
people
Sasha.
are mad at Gabi right now.
I know a lot. A majority are.
Well,
But
how can you blame her? She just saw her friends get killed. So
Yeah, it's
and
it's the same way Aaron lost his mother back in season 1 when Reiner and Bertolt and Annie kicked down the wall.
exactly. And then, you know, and now it's crazy because now people like probably when they saw Aaron, now people are like, oh, I don't like Aaron anymore. But in the beginning of the season, like everybody sympathize for Aaron because of Aaron losing his mother and then later when they see the episode, like, okay, now I don't sympathize, but some people do still sympathize for Aaron, you know, because you
I
know
will still
Aaron.
be Team Aaron. I know he's gonna do bad things, but
I'm
I
not.
still.
I am completely 100% anti-Aaron right now.
But see what happened because that's
But
what I'm saying.
that's because you read the manga, so you know pretty much more
Yeah.
of what he did. I
Yes.
don't know what he did.
You'll see what he does.
I know, but in the
Good.
meantime, I'm still Team Aaron.
I know you are.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
know.
I know you're gonna be like that. But that's why I feel bad for I feel bad for Gabi. I feel bad for Sasha, definitely Sasha.
I feel bad for everybody on that show, man.
Everybody too. And I feel bad like right now, like I'm not feeling bad for Zeke. I probably later might feel bad for Zeke, but I'm not sure
I don't
right
feel.
now.
You know what's funny? I don't feel bad for Zeke at all.
But I'm just saying I don't know if because that's what happened with Reiner. Like I didn't like I was like not I just didn't like what Reiner did to Aaron's home and everything, and then all of a sudden now I understand, you know, Reiner was not as bad as he seemed, and he didn't mean what he did, you know, and now I kind of feel bad for Reiner, you know, but who knows because I'm telling you, like I don't know, sometimes characters that we might not like. So we might change our mind for a few of them, not all of them, but few characters we might change our mind.
I know for Reiner a tad bit. I kind of changed my view on him a little bit.
Me too, with Reiner, definitely.
That was the whole point of the beginning of season 4. So you get to know his character. That's why when season 4 started, it wasn't in Paradise, it was in Marley.
Be that Reiner did get a chance to fight back.
Yeah, Reiner only
with
had
Aaron.
like 5 seconds of screen time. That's
He
it.
only had 5 seconds. Yeah.
I know, I felt so bad. Like he got.
I'm like, damn it!
Exactly.
I was getting all hyped. This like I'm watching the beginning of this episode, and I'm like, what the f? Of like, it's over? It's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but Reiner did it purposely. He actually did purposely to get the other Titan away from him. Jar Titan? It was Jar Titan, right?
Yeah,
to get Jar Titan away from Aaron because, remember, Aaron was this close to eating him.
Yeah.
He was this close to devouring him already. And he saved him. Reiner actually kind of saved him from getting eaten, you know? Yeah. And it's kind of sad, you know? He's kind of sad because now he's like, like, you know, Reiner was trying to be, at his last moment, to be a hero right there by saving his comrades, you know? Like his fellow comrade. And then that's when Mika said, like, telling Aaron, "We gotta go.
Let's go. Yeah, you've done your damage. Let's get out of here."
Exactly.
And you can see Aaron's face, like, Aaron didn't want to go.
No, he did not.
He wanted to finish.
He was ready. He was ready to throw down.
That even though right now, like, he still listened to Mikasa. It's still funny about that. So there's certain thing he doesn't listen to her, but the other thing is like,
just wait.
Okay,
just wait a few more episodes.
oh boy, I can't. It's gonna be so messed up. I can see it already.
So we have final thoughts on today's episode besides pain.
What the f?
Those are your final thoughts. What the f?
Yes.
That's it,
My
Chris?
final thought is what the f.
Oh come on, give a little more. You
Come on,
haven't-
you
want
want
more than that?
you barely talked.
I did talk, but you guys had the floor, and you guys were talking a lot. So I was like, there, trying to say something, and then you guys were talking. But I guess I would say that Aaron's gonna do a lot of damage. I could see that coming. And Sasha, I feel bad for her. May her, you know, she rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yes. And that's it. I don't have anything else.
Okay, Doreen, what about you? Final
I'm
thoughts?
trying really hard over here.
Well, I'm gonna say, I know the episode before we watched was like last week was really messed up, and then this one was even tragically bad for Sasha. Like I'm like, but you know what? It this episode is becoming very interesting, very good. But you start to feel for all the characters. You're gonna like, especially like Sasha. And right now, I know people are not gonna be happy like what Gabi did, but you got to understand Gabi's point of view because she did it out of revenge because she was so angry because she lost people she cared about, and I think she is going to regret what she did. That's for sure. I know that Zeke and Aaron have some prediction, some mastermind plan. I'm wondering how Jean's. I'm actually, thinking about how Jean's gonna react after everything with Sasha. Though I mean, I know Connie was very close and concerned for Sasha, but are we gonna really see Jean like how he truly feel about Sasha? Because I know like he's blaming Aaron, but I think he's gonna feel he's gonna be really sad because losing Sasha too. I mean, everybody's gonna feel bad losing Sasha, And for me to see that, like, she didn't even get a chance to get away. It's just so sad.
Yeah, it just happened. Like Gabi shot, and then that was it.
Yeah, but
And
it was
she didn't have a moment to react to that.
Yeah.
She didn't have a moment to react, and I think that I think we're gonna feel. I think it's gonna get more sad. I hope it's gonna be sad that. Hopefully, it's not gonna be so much of our favorite character. We're gonna lose a lot of our favorite characters.
More Aaron drinking blood.
My initial final thoughts are, I feel bad for everybody on that show. Yeah. Those are my initial thoughts, and I'm trying very hard not to say anything because I read the manga and it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
From here.
Go ahead, you can give him a spoiler.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Fine.
Because it's just gonna get worse from here, and yeah, I'm anti-Aaron, but I hate Flock even more. I hate him so much.
Yeah.
And I feel for Gabi. I feel for Sasha. Like, it's gonna be weird not seeing her next week, because she's been there since not really episode 1, but like episode 4 and 5. She's been there from the beginning. But I understand.
Yeah.
I understand why Gabi did what she did because she's a child. She's a brainwashed child, and she was just listening to what the government was telling her, and she believes that people on Paradise are evil because of what they did to her home, and she killed and everybody when her friends died.
Yeah, I that's the thing. It's good. It's very sad. It's just this episode was a very sad episode.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action, but emotions were running very high.
It was more like emotion. But this episode was very emotional because, like, to see that and now it changed everything. It really changed everything for everybody, and it's gonna be. And this is just the beginning of this. And for us to lose, and that's what's hard. When you get so used to these characters,
you get attached. You get attached. Yeah, you get attached to these characters. It's like and then I mean, we should be used to this because a lot of characters died in Attack on Titan, but
I know it doesn't.
It still hurts.
Doesn't get.
It doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, and it's very hard. It's very hard, like, when you get very close to it. And it's like, it doesn't even matter, like, if you watch anime or you read books or anything like that. When you get close or attached to these characters and then something happens to these characters, you get heartbroken because you feel them. Like, you feel, like, what they went through. And then they feel very sad about that. So, that's the thing.
Yeah, but us, we understand this is fictional, that it's not real.
Yes.
And
it's not
the majority of the fan base, they're probably like maybe 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And they get attached to these characters even more. So that's why they're a little bit more aggressive, and you kids need to understand that, you know, this is not the reality. I know you probably have a worse reality than what you're dealing with on the show, and you're probably just watching the show to escape from your reality. But if that's the case, go get some help.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why, like, even us, we like the show too, but we know the difference. We know that it's not reality. You know, it's a show.
Yeah.
As for enjoyment,
it's just a show to enjoy. Don't take this so seriously. Yeah, I know it sucks that, you know, one of your favorite characters died, and yeah, some like me, I like Gabi as a character, but online on social media, like if I said that, people are gonna like freaking witch hunt me. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. No.
No. I mean, I know. And that's the thing, like, because the thing is, like, it's very, and you feel like you get so mad because you're like, oh, why this person did this to my character? And then you take it too lightly, like, thinking that they're really these real people, and it's just a show. It's just a show. And
Just
then
think about it. That's how things, wars and everything happen too, because everybody disagrees. They don't want to communicate or negotiate. They just want to be like, okay, I'm right, you're wrong, not seeing the other person's viewpoint.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
exactly.
that's not fair, and that's how this the Attack on Titan fan base has been becoming so toxic lately. Like I legitimately like want to drop the show and the manga because the fan base is being so ridiculous right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, like it's just a show. It's just like, you know, like, don't take, like, you know what it is, because it's like when you see your character, of course you get mad because you're like, you don't watch this, you know, like, you get very personal about it, and you're like, oh, why they did this character, and you know, it's just that. Yes, it's just like kind of sad because, like,
I mean, coming from someone that loved Bertolt a lot, like he was like my top 3 favorite characters, and then seeing him die and get eaten by Armin in season 3, and then the fan base is like, yeah, he got what he deserved. I'm like, y'all are just no.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own opinion, but it's just like people take it like too much with that.
It's
far.
Take it
too
far.
They take it to heart, and they take it too seriously.
Too seriously with that, you know what I mean? And like, sometimes you gotta look at each, you know, their point of view and why they liked it, their perspective about that, you know, like why, like, Armin had no idea he did that though. When he did that, when he ate him, he had no idea.
Until Levi told him, and then he felt, you know, he puked after that.
He puked. He felt really guilty. He was really upset about that, and like, he had no recollection of it. He had no memory of that either. Like the way, like, Aaron had no remember about
Eating his
dad,
yeah,
eating his father.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, that's messed up. Like, you think that was really dark, you know, like, knowing that you ate your dad, like, okay, and then you find out later, after you get your memory, all the memories, you found out what you did, and then he doesn't have no recollection. You know, it's upsetting because he lost someone close, and you know, his father knew what he was doing.
I don't like Grisha. I do not like Grisha at all. I don't like Grisha as a father. He is like worst father.
I agree. I don't like him either. I don't like Grisha either.
Because he's using his kids to get revenge for what happened to his sister.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like him either.
But the point is, what we're trying to make is that, you know, don't take this show seriously. It's just for entertainment. Don't harass the studio because you see one little tiny frame of animation that has CGI and you want to, like, go at the animator's throats. Don't do that. You're lucky to have season 4 happening on time and on a schedule when there's a freaking pandemic happening, you know, and it's worse in Japan than it is over here.
Yeah, and it's not easy for them. It's not easy for them that how, you know, like, they have to do the episode, and they know this. They're doing, like, probably social distancing. They're probably at home doing the voiceover and you know, doing all the, you know, directing of the show. So it's not easy for them during this pandemic. A lot of animation studio are doing that.
Yeah.
Like I think Funimation was doing that. They said that I remember I saw a behind the scene like how they're doing it during the pandemic. That what they do is they're doing it at home, but they send each other the clips or the videos.
The files,
And
yeah.
then the files.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
pretty sure that's what they're doing in Japan too. But I mean, just
Yeah.
because you see one little animation error or something CGI and you're like, oh, I hate this show, let's complain on the internet. No, these are people behind, the studio. And then I heard that I think the art director for the show, he had to block his Twitter because he or she was being harassed.
Wow. It's like because there was some they saw something that they didn't like.
Listen, these kids, they need to grow up really a lot.
Yeah, freaking go outside. I mean, yeah, I know you're not supposed to go outside, but
Go outside with your mask, whatever. But
yeah, go outside, have some fresh air, communicate with people.
Not your phone.
No, don't be just staring at your phone like a freaking zombie.
No, that's what I feel like. So a lot of these are the zombies. Like, you see them with the phone. Well, they look at the phone. They're not even going to know what eye contact is.
Hey, technology is not a bad thing. Okay, I'm
No,
going to
it's
say
not bad, but not to the point where you're addicted to it.
That you're so upset that you forget how to communicate with people. Like, the problem is, I remember one time I'm sitting on the train, for example, I never seen so many people so glued on their phone.
Yeah, they're not looking at each other. They're not having a conversation.
No,
I feel like the generation after us, that's what it is with them. All they care about is the phone and the technology and social media and this and that, and they feel like they have all this power and they can do whatever they want. But no, I mean, you're lucky that a studio took Attack on Titan when Wit Studio stepped down. Like we couldn't even have a season 4.
Exactly, and what's interesting that there was time that. When third season didn't come for maybe a year or two,
but season 2 took 4 years. That's
right.
That's because the manga wasn't, it wasn't done for them to do a season 4. But the point I'm trying to make is, don't attack the creator, don't attack the studio, do not attack the voice actors just because something happened to your favorite character. That's just being petty.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
That's you keep it happened, and I know it's sad, but it's they're trying to show there is a point of reality. You know what I mean? That's what I think they show in Attack on Titan, the reality, and that it happens. And it's
shit happens. Shit happens.
Yeah, stop being so. Yeah, guys, stop. And also another thing is, I think they're very sensitive. They need to stop being so sensitive to every little thing that somebody says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone says boo to you. Oh my god, the person said boo to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go harass them online. Then I'm gonna make an anti blank account and harass them online. That's how cyberbullying starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't get on them for something that isn't. You know how hard it is to make their decision to get rid of their favorite character. You know how hard it is to make that decision when you do an episode.
I mean, that's all on Isayama. So I don't know what's going on in his brain.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
but that's the thing, because sometimes they don't want to kill their favorite character. Listen,
creators should be allowed to write whatever they want and not have to be worrying about somebody. Oh, I don't like it. So then they go back to the drawing board. Oh, I got to change it because the fans don't like it.
Yeah,
it's your creation.
You never ever listen to your fans. You never listen to your fans.
It's your creation. It's my work.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Then don't read it.
I have a small fan base. I don't listen to Diddley Squat. I just do whatever I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the thing is, yes, you listen to your fan, and they said their little comment, they appreciate the show and things like that. You get the good, you get the positive and negative, but it's not going to change you oh, I'm going to change my show because they're saying, oh, this doesn't look right. Oh, you got to do this. You got to do that.
That's more of a Western thing than it is in Japan. Japan, they don't care.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Because,
well, you told me that's why a lot of things are going to crap because of...
in the Western, in Western entertainment, a lot of shows, anime, movies, books, they're all going down the drain because everybody's listening to what the fans are saying and what people are saying online. No, you just do what you gotta do to make your creation a success.
Exactly. And you know what? You take the risk. You take the risk. If you
take the risk. Nowadays, no one's taking any risk. Everyone's playing it safe.
Because they're nervous because how people gonna react and people gonna be like,
so what?
Yeah, I know,
that's
but
the whole thing. That should be the attitude. So what?
Yeah,
I know.
No, you shouldn't care what people think. You're gonna have good and negative positive and negative criticism, and if you can't deal with that, you shouldn't be creating something.
Yeah. So but that's the thing. Like, you know, everybody got an opinion. There's people that they're gonna like the show, and other people who don't like the show. Either way, this is how you create your show. It's your point of view. It's how you wanted to make it. So, and long you have you got good characters and you got a good storyline and things like that. It doesn't matter. Like, as long this is your creation. It's your creation. How you make it. It's your choice. How you made it. You know.
Any more final thoughts?
No, I think we said enough. I think we said our piece. But like we said, just like we said with everything, like don't bother the creator. Don't
harass anyone on social media.
Okay. Give love, no hate. Don't give give love, no hate. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll see you guys all next week for another one.